On the broadcast tonight, all bets on the table for the gaming legislation, the latest on the bill.
Also tonight, airport workers get a new contract.
And the men's national teams get ready for competition. The Bahamas Tonight starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Government is finalizing the gaming bill before bringing it to Parliament. Good evening and welcome to The Bahamas Tonight. I'm Andrew Knowles.
I'm Kish Latterly. Thanks for joining us. Minister with responsibility for gaming, the Honorable Obi Wilshcombe, today talked to our Cleopatra Murphy with the latest on the legislation.
Minister with responsibility for gaming, Obi Wilshcombe, today said the gaming bill aimed at regulating the web shop industry will be laid on the table in the House of Assembly next week. He says in preparing the bill, government learned it is more complicated than it thought. Experts from Europe and Africa, along with local stakeholders, were included in the discussion as they worked to formulate the bill.
For instance, we've met with the web shop owners, we've met with the casino operators, ensuring that we don't create a clash. We have been talking with the international agencies to ensure that the whole question of money laundering, that we're handling that correctly. And then we've ensured that with the operators that we understood what earnings that they have. So we've had to have an audit.
Wilshcombe says it is time the sector is regulated, adding that the country must maintain the integrity of the gaming industry.
We want to continue to be an example to the world, and if we can ensure that there is a happy meeting with both groups, whether it's the casino operators and the web shop operators, then I think we'll be okay.
The gaming minister says the government is looking to give licenses to a maximum of 8 web shops in an effort to better manage the sector.
The truth is we want to have a management number, and so that recommendation will come, I think, tomorrow to the Cabinet of the Bahamas. We'll make a decision, and then, of course, when we bring the legislation, it'll be spent out.
He maintains while government is not looking to implement a national lottery now, it is a possibility in the future. But now, the focus is on web shops.
The truth is we could move now to cause that to happen. But what we want to do is take a step at a time, one step at a time, to ensure that we introduce the web shops, and then we can look at lotteries. But again, you have to weigh it. It has to be based upon the economic circumstances. It has to be based upon what the potential earnings are and what you're going to do with the money that you earn.
Government is aiming to regulate and tax the web shop industry by July 1st. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
From the tourism sector tonight, air arrivals for Grand Bahama are up 33% for the first quarter of 2014. Combined, New Providence and Grand Bahama have seen a more than 12% increase for the first quarter over the same time last year. Commenting on this increase in tourist numbers, Tourism Minister the Honorable Obi Wilshcombe says this is an indicator that the country is doing something right. The Out Islands experienced an increase of 4%, and overall for the country, air arrivals are up 3.1%.
We have more people on the streets. We have more digital work going on right now. We have more ads going on, all intended to show our beautiful country. And that's what we don't celebrate enough. And that's why when we come to independence, we're going to celebrate who we are. I mean, the beauty that people come to this country for, the things that we don't appreciate.
Now, Minister Wilshcombe says while these numbers are encouraging, there is still a lot of work to do, adding that Bahamians must begin to appreciate their role in promoting tourism. He says exploring niche markets like religious and sports tourism are also important to the continued growth of the industry.
And we have to cause each Bahamian, from Anagua to Bimini, to buy into the ideals that have made us a people. And so if we can do that, I expect our numbers to continue to grow. We have done some things others haven't done, but the things that we have done have proven to be very successful, whether it's religious or sporting or weddings. We're seeing good return.
Deputy Prime Minister and Works and Urban Development Minister Philip Davis spoke to the people of Eleuthera recently about infrastructural concerns at the Progressive Liberal Party's All Eleuthera mini-convention.
Referring to one of the island's main concerns, the Glass Window Bridge, Mr. Davis said that funds that had been allocated had been diverted to another project by the previous administration.
Now, he stressed that efforts were being made to find new funding to resolve this issue of the bridge. He also commented on upgrades and repairs at the docks in Eleuthera.
We know that we need to pay attention to the Governor's Harbour Mailboat Dock, South Palmetto Point Dock, Tarpon Bay Dock, and Rock Sound docks, which need to be repaired and upgraded. Additionally, we know that Governor's Harbour Hippie Marina Dock must be reconstructed. I have given my ministry the mandate to work with you to prioritize the urgency of these works so that we can get much of this work done in the shortest possible time.
Government leader in the Senate, Attorney General the Honorable Allison Maynard Gibson, in both her support and defense of the government's proposed implementation of value-added tax, says the government must find the revenue to maintain airport, schools, and build on the infrastructural works and investments underway and those planned for the future. She says the government is on course in its fiscal reform and restructuring agenda. By cutting expenditure and increasing revenue collection, she adds, that will allow the government to further invest in its developmental initiatives. Turning to her portfolio as the brainchild of the Swift Justice Initiative, Senator Gibson reports it's working.
The average time for the presentation of a voluntary bill of indictment, that is a VBI, has decreased from 344 days pre-October 2012 to 127 days in April 2014. The average time from charge to trial, Madam President. This is something that I think that the Swift Justice team should be especially proud of. Pre-October 2012, it was 900 days from charge to trial. 900 days pre-October. That is now down to 230 days in April. That's a 74% improvement. Yeah.
Now, in addition to technological upgrades underway in the Registrar General's department with a view to making documentation more easily and readily available to no matter a resident's locale, Minister Gibson spoke of other initiatives coming on stream to address vulnerabilities in the system.
There are calendaring conflicts, difficulties in the empanelment of juries, the availability of transcripts, and the establishment of a public defender unit. Madam President, we are well underway on dealing with these matters. The IDB and IBM, I really want to emphasize IBM, because when you say IBM locally and internationally, you know you're getting, let me say Cadillac, but meaning you're getting the best, okay? It's important. We can do it at a price because it's so important to let Bahamians know that we're taking this seriously. They are assisting us with integrated justice software that will electronically eliminate conflicts in calendaring.